enough noise in the crowd, mainly at the moment coming from the Indonesians, who were terrific, the fans, as well as the team. They kind of played off each other, didn't they?
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Yeah, wonderful atmosphere. And we touched on that in the last game. We've spoken about this. We've been fortunate enough to do a couple of matches at Bishan Stadium with Group B, and we had the Vietnamese fans as well, who've been incredible. So it's a credit to all the fans. I mean, the Singapore fans as well, who've come out in support of their side. You see Faris just taken out there. First opportunity from a set piece for Singapore.
This is their strength, isn't it, for Singapore? And Shin Tae-yong took great pains to point this out. 4 goals from set pieces for Singapore of their 7 in this tournament. Shadan Sulaiman, great ball in. Looked like Iksan got a touch on it. Asking for a corner, not going to get it.
Yeah, the quality on the deliveries have been very good. And here Shadan, again, it just comes off. Indonesian defender there, I think it's Fakhrudin. Well defended. He made sure he tracked the run of Irfan all the way in. Good ball from Shadan.
There's Alfreanda Dewanga, who's been a versatile player for Indonesia.
Well, this is, we spoke about Zulfahmi for Singapore stepping forward into midfield. Alfiandra can do exactly that for Indonesia as well. So you've got these players, you see Nadeo putting it out play, but you've got these players who have got the capability to give you a bit of that tactical flexibility. They can step into that back line, play in that back 5 or that back 3, depending on the phases of possession, and then they can push into midfield as well when you do have control of the ball and you're looking to try and build out in that possession phase.
The Singapore fans now making their own noise. Got the roof covered as well, so it all stays in here. Really adds to the atmosphere. I think the scary thing, Roshan, is the bulk of that defence. Some of them are teenagers still. The rest are in their early 20s, more or less. It just stands them in great stead, doesn't it? This is outside of the 3 minnows in this competition, Cambodia, Laos and Timor-Leste. They are the youngest squad in this competition. Singapore, the oldest squad, at almost 28 years of age.
It's a wonderful contrast, and the 2 different styles, I would say, or perspectives from these 2 sides, and where they each are in their phases of development. With Shin Tae-yong, I think, very much looking at trying to bring through the next generation of talent and molding them into this aggressive, attacking, high-intensity team that he wants them to be. And I mentioned this, with younger players, it can sometimes be easier to get your ideas across to them, and more willing to take those on. And I think for Indonesian players as well, it's good to be exposed to that sort of coaching, that sort of level of coaching, and that sort of level of professionalism, and those sorts of qualities that he has, Shin Tae-yong. It just exposes you. It's a matter of education as well.
Yeah, he's proved he's very much his own man, and there was pressure on him to pick, for example, Ilya Spasejovic, who has got more international goals than all the other forwards that have been picked in this squad. I say it doesn't fit his system. That's a lovely ball over for Irfan from Alfreanda Dewanga. Away by Irfan.
Yeah, it's not even just about fitting into the system. It's about how he gets along with the rest of the team, the rest of the squad, and and that's so important, especially in a tournament like this, where you're going to be stuck together for a while in that bubble. You know, and this is something that Tatsuma Yoshida spoke about. It's a great challenge.
Great work there, isn't it, from Song Wei-yong. He's rode out the challenge as well, up to Faris Rumley on the left-hand side, 5th Singapore. They need to put a much better ball in for Iksan Fandi. Now, breaking news, of course, leading up into this match, is that Iksan Fandi, who was poised to play in the top flight of Norwegian football with his club FK Jørv, has just made the move to his brother's club in Thailand, who's in this team as well. Irfan Fandi, he's going to BG Patan, Russia. What did you make of that one?
We'll come back to that.
Asnawi. It's put out for a corner.
Well worked by Indonesia there, just to play through the middle initially. Just draw Singapore into these narrow positions and then release Asnawi in that space out wide on the right hand side. Decent enough cross. Safwan heading it away. Yeah, interesting one. The timing of the announcement coming just before this match. I wonder what the thinking was behind that. There must have been some discussions with the player about it. It's an interesting move. We'll see how the set piece develops before we investigate that further.
Oh, a bit of a flap there from Hassan Sani. Had a pretty good tournament so far, the veteran keeper.
Pratama Arhan, we know he's got wonderful technique and delivery on his left foot. Not just about his throw-ins, we saw him score a brilliant goal against Malaysia last time out. High energy, great work rate, gets up and down that left-hand side.
Successive corner here for Indonesia. Near post. This time pretty well dealt with from Zulfami. And a quick ball up. It's a good ball as well, but it just curves away from Faris. You see the idea from Haris Harun. It's a clear strategy, isn't it, Roshan?
Yeah, I mean, look, go for it in those situations as well with Asnawi. Credit to him on that occasion. He defended that really well. Read the pass, read the bounce of it, came across and cut out that danger.
Irfan is there to clear it away. Ball up to the other Irfan.
I wonder how long he's going to be playing alongside his brother at BG Patum, because there's talk about Irfan moving on from BG Patum. Rumours that John Book are looking at him.
Yep.
If they can stump up the cash.
That's a fair amount as well. $1 million. Now, here is that long throw, and this time it's a much longer run-up. He's got the space on this side. Pratama, they've not put a man on him this time. Should be straightforward for Hassan. And again, an immediate release. He's slipped as he was just about to make contact with the ball. Big divot there from him.
Well, that's the great thing about Hassan. And Singapore here, with these long throws, obviously they would have looked at that, they would have studied it, they would have worked on it on the training ground. What Singapore do have is at least they have height at the back. You know, aerially they are strong. And Hassan is a very confident and experienced goalkeeper. He's been one of Singapore's best players, I think, in this competition.
That's where Iksan wanted the ball, but got a slant. Excellent coverage from Alfrianda.
Yeah, it's just scary when you think about the future of Indonesian football. Alfrianda is 20, Pratama Arhan 19.
Just turned 20
just turned
yesterday.
20 just yesterday. Happy birthday to Pratama Arhan. Risky Riddle, 20 years of age. Wow.
Asnawi's 22.
Yes, Asnawi 22, playing in Korea.
Here we go though. Here's Song. Oh, that was a good intervention. And on the rebound. Singapore denied anyway. It would have been offside.
Oh, this is encouraging play from Singapore. If you're a Singapore fan, you see that the variance in the runs there. Iksan just peeling off towards the near post. Oh, I tell you what, he doesn't catch that one well at all. Mistimes the hit on that. I think he'll be disappointed with himself, because when I spoke to him after he scored those 2 goals, Noor Adam has gone in with a high challenge.
What a
Could be in
great
trouble
one. That
here.
looks bad. I don't think there's any malice in that. He's apologising.
It's a terrible challenge from Noor Adam. Be very fortunate if he gets away with it.
I think he's been told just to quickly walk away from this one.
Oh, I mean, look, he's got his eyes on the ball, sure, but can't go flying into your position like that.
But to be clear, Roshan, you feel the worst it would be is a yellow, and it is, isn't it? So, you think it could be worse?
Listen, I've seen sending offs for that, for challenges like that. We've seen it in the world of football, haven't we? You know, his knee is essentially gone with a knee to Witan's chest in that situation.
Yellow card it is. I think it ended up being one of those that probably looked worse than it was, because he's got up fairly quick. It did look pretty bad, didn't it? The contact made. Muradam has got a yellow card, a pretty early one as well. Away by Zulfami. Nicely taken there by Faris, and then a good touch on by Ricky Kambuaya. Here's Irfan. Coming inside, Ratama. Nazrul and him having a nice, decent battle. Fairly even, Stevens, at the moment for you?
Yeah, nice even contest at the moment. And I think the Indonesia-Malaysia game, you remember how quick the pace and the tempo was in that one. We haven't seen that sort of intensity yet in this match, and that's completely understandable. Very early on.
Yeah. Also because it was that one-off, effectively.
That's right.
It was almost a winner-take-all, wasn't it?
I think Shin Tae-yong mentioned something about the first two matches of this competition being a way for them to sort of get into the rhythm of play. And I mean, they blew those two teams away, didn't they? If that was them getting the rhythm of play, it's no surprise they made their way top of the group into the semi-finals. And then he said from then on, after those first two matches, essentially everything has been treated like a final.
Yeah, he said every game now as well, all the way to be treated as a final. I love the mind games that were played as well in the build-up to this one. He was saying Singapore, they will come at us, we're the underdog, trying to play it off, trying to put the pressure on. He's been trying to do that sort of thing throughout this tournament. Here come Indonesia. Asnawi. Rahmat Irianto. Closed down there by Zulfami.
Rahmat is another player who's been so impressive for Indonesia. Another one, 22 years of age. Can play in central defense, can play in central midfield. Doesn't look out of place at all.
Started his career up top and he slowly worked his way back down the pitch.
Just looking to try and put it through the legs of Zulfami there. Well defended by Zulfami. Came in for a bit of criticism after that Thailand game. A bit harsh. This player with really good qualities. There's a reason why he's in the national side. A reason why Chuma Yoshida puts him in the starting 11.
Fourth corner for Indonesia. Defended on the corner. Indonesia looking for a way to break through. Asnawi has fallen to Witan Sulaiman. Waiting to pull the trigger.
Well, that first touch from Witan was excellent. And what that did was it unbalanced Haris Harun just as he receives it. Good run. That first touch, it's an unexpected one for that Singapore defense, because it takes him across the penalty area here. It just unbalances Haris just for the moment. Does enough eventually to put Witan off his shot at goal. Incredible talent. I'm just talking about these incredibly talented Indonesian players.
He's off in Europe, Lechia Gdansk in Poland, Witan Sulaiman. And they played in the Serbian League. Talking of Serbian League, that's where Egy Maulana plays. He's just come across now. Indonesia, well, they had a little problem there. Didik Setiawan is okay. Here's Iksan. Trying to slip the ball to him, is a foul. Haris saw the run there of Faris Ramli. They're just looking to release him as fast as they can, can't they?
You know what needs to be better? The type of pass. In that situation, Haris, he kind of lofted it in behind. It needs to be a driven pass. He needs to hit it with his instep like you're shooting at goal almost. You need to drive it in behind to that space so there's pace on the ball. And it becomes difficult for a defender to recover and maybe even read the flight of it. It's Indonesia knowing that Singapore have that threat on the counter-attack. That defense is going to have to be alert all throughout this match.
Touch on Brian Witten's a nice one. Here's Asnawi. Back to Wittan Sulaiman. Foul on Safwan Barudin by the Indonesian skipper.
So now he's gone straight through Safwan here. I mean, you can see those fighting qualities. He is late with that challenge.
Well, coming into this, Indonesia had the most fouls, 58 fouls. They came in the most yellow cards, 9. And yeah, some of the ASEAN press, particularly in Vietnam, because of what happened in their group game, called them, well, they weren't very diplomatic, shall we say, in the press about what they saw as the tactics and the way they played their football. It was rough. I think it's probably the most diplomatic way of saying it.
And again, Singapore looking to just move things on very quickly. Intelligent touch from Song. He turned away from Risky and left his knee in the thigh of Song Woo-young.
Because of all those yellow cards that accumulated, that's why we have no place today for Ramai Rumakek, who is suspended for this one. They have 9 yellow cards. Singapore not far behind. 51 fouls coming into this game with 8 yellow cards. Here's Shadan Sulaiman. The ball across to a looping header, and that was creeping in from Safwan. That's what he's so good at doing.
Yeah, nice idea. Really nice idea from Safwan. You can see exactly what he was trying to do as the ball came into him, just trying to use the pace of it. Notice that Nadeo was off his line, trying to guide it and loop it over him. Again, Shadan with the pinpoint delivery from the set piece.
He's one of the danger men for Singapore in the set pieces, but completely free header, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just managed to peel away from that defense. And sometimes when you get yourself out in those wider positions, that defense can just forget that you're a threat. Nobody's sort of talking in that defense, paying attention to his positions, and that can be an issue. So Fahmi stepping up to take the corner this time.
Referee just spotting that bit of tussling in the box. Faris Ramli and I think Rahmat Irianto. They might be sensing a goal here, Singapore. Nadio, maybe a bit of a touch on it, could have been a defender as they try to hit Singapore on the counter here. Indonesia storming forward with Didik Setiawan, onside or not? No, the flag has gone up for Irfan.
And there could have been a chance there for Indonesia, you know, the potential to break forward here. Just needed to keep himself onside there, Irfan Jaya.
So Fahmi across to Nazrul Nazari. With Shadan Sulaiman. Midfield made up of 3 players from the same club team, Lion City Sailors, Shadan Sulaiman, Haris Harun and Song Woo-young. So a lot of familiarity there. Got Faris Ramli as well, you've got Nur Adam Abdullah, who dominate Singapore Premier League at the moment. Here's Song. It's done well, Song. Looking good. Harris. Let's see what he was trying to do.
They can just touch it on into space behind the Indonesian defense for Iksan to get on the end of.
Nasty collision. Play will continue for now. In front. Just winded, I think.
And it'll hurt both players. It's one of those, isn't it, that both these guys have got to go for. 50-50 ball in the air, both eyes on the ball, wanting to win it. This is coming together. Didik Setiawan and Irfan.
Be fine in a minute, won't you?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be bad enough to keep you off or take you off in a semi-final.
Didik preferred to Ezra Walian today, who's been pretty much the first choice striker for Indonesia. Maybe a little bit less mobile than Didik.
Yeah, his output hasn't quite been the best in this competition, Walian, but you can see his role in the team. In certain instances, he's got mobile players around him, so he's almost like that foil, that target man that he can play it into, release it, quick touches into runners off him.
So free kick here for Indonesia. Alfiandra Dewanga. Dewanga right into the wall. Iksan, that's a hugely ambitious ball for Song Woo-young to get onto.
Gives possession back to Indonesia straight away. It does allow Singapore obviously to push up the pitch, as they've done here.
Ricky Kambuaya has been something we haven't mentioned too much until now. Indonesia just edging possession at the moment. But in terms of chances, not too many for either side.
Just not the relationship here between Rahmat and Alfiandra. When Alfiandra does step out, as he's doing here to apply pressure on Singapore in midfield, Rahmat steps back into that back line, but Singapore have broken through the middle here.
There is Haris Harun. Play continues. There was a foul, I thought, on Faris. And they're going on. Asnawi. Through the legs. Shadan back to Asnawi. Can they finish? Yes, they can! What a goal that is for Indonesia. Witan Sulaiman opens the scoring.
Oh, that is brilliant from Indonesia, and that's all Asnawi. The desire to make something happen for his team down that right-hand side. Haris tried to foul him, almost took him down, got back up on his feet, and then this give and go here. The return pass, Asnawi nutmegging Shadan, and then the return ball from Witan, first time into that space for Asnawi, and then the cutback. Wonderful finish from Witan. You know, he just doesn't panic in that situation, allows the ball to come across his body, opens up his body inside of the foot, guides it away from Hassan Sani, and that's a wonderful, wonderful goal.
Didn't need to take the extra touch, Russian, first time. That helped, didn't it?
You look at his game intelligence and his wonderful technique with Tan. He gets himself into these positions and he knows exactly what he's going to do when the ball comes into him. Do I need to hang on to it? Do I need to play it first time? And he just makes these right decisions and backs himself because he's got the technique in those situations. I know this situation, I need to pass it first time, and I've got the technique to do it. So he doesn't need to hold on to it, as some players might need to do in those situations before playing a pass.
Their first shot on target, Indonesia, results in a goal. They have the lead here, just coming up to the half-hour mark in this semi-final first leg. Offside, Didik Setiawan.
But really, that was the brilliance from Asnawi down that right-hand side. He just broke free, broke forward. He tried to bring out that, yeah, he is just a little bit offside, isn't he?
Shadan. Important touch there. It's with Asnawi, who had the assist. What a goal that was. Great run from him.
They tried to do the cynical side of it, didn't they? Your favorite part of the game, taking players down in the counter-attack.
Here's Nazrul Nazari.
And you know what? Credit to the referee as well for not being quick on the whistle. Allow play to go on, allowed Indonesia to have that advantage. Even though now he was stumbling over, looking like he was going to fall, but he got himself back up on his feet.
Big discussions there, Shin Tae-yong. Well, as soon as Singapore conceded that goal, Indonesia were able to get back into the game. They had the lead. 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 They had the le their coach Tatsuma was telling them, just heads up, quickly get the ball back. There he is. He's been very much defending his side, and both Haris Harun, the skipper, and the goalkeeper Hassan Sani have been quick to defend him as well. Putting on a show of unity, Singapore. Here's Faris Romley. Let's see what Iksan was looking to do there. Witan Sulaiman, the goal scorer. Now Kambuaya. Was there a foul? The referee will call that back. Rahmat Irianto touching his wrist.
It was Zofami that just got given a bit of the runaround here from Kambuaya, and Rahmat is that arm that comes across him. The referee will have a word with Zofami. A warning perhaps. It's interesting for Indonesia how they can swap it around.
There's our man Witan Sulaiman, who scored the goal with Asnawi supplying it.
It starts from when they break forward down that right hand side, and then he goes down that channel, that give and go with Witan, as I mentioned, the intelligence of when he needs to play that first time and that first touch into Asnawi, and then continues his run. He's not passing it and then admiring his pass or looking at it and going, oh, that's beautiful, Asnawi, go and see what you can do. He's give it, go, what's the next position I can take up? And that's in the penalty area. And the weight on that ball from Asnawi as well means Witan can just allow it to come across his body, open himself up, and guide it past the goalkeeper.
Didik. That's great work there from Irfan. On to Song Wei-yong. Now Nazrul. Here's Iksan. Rahmat Irianto is looking to come back on shortly. There's another man down here for Indonesia though.
Yeah, I mean, Irfan, again, eyes on the ball. He's got to go for that. He's got to go for that. It's just unfortunate in that situation. There was a player in the way.
I think some of the other teams might be thinking Indonesia getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine, because they have been freely dishing it out. As I said, the team with the most fouls in this tournament thus far. Pratama is okay. They won't care. They've got the all-important goal at the moment. Tatsuma's got some thinking to do.
Now, before we went through that replay of the goal, I was just talking about Indonesia's ability to switch it up, and it's when you've got players who are so versatile and tactically sound and technically very good, you can almost, at times in matches, just rotate it. And so at times we see Rahmat Irianto playing in central defense, at times we see Alfiandra in there, and then in midfield they switch it around a little bit as well. And on this occasion, Alfiandra just dropped into that back line.
Away by Fakhruddin. Towards Didik Setiawan. Safwan gets there ahead of him. Here's Rahmat, who's okay now. Important touch from Song Wei-yong. And there's a foul on him.
Yeah, I mean,
and the yellow card.
That's another awful challenge. The two left backs have gone flying into the opposition. Both have come away with just yellow cards. Look at this here. I mean, Song takes it away from him. And that's such a late challenge. And again, I have to go back to challenges like this. We've seen them. We've seen players in those situations get sent off.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's a horrible challenge. It was the same with the...
Do you think both of them have been a bit lucky?
I think both of them have been lucky. I think Nur Adam was fortunate with his first one. And Arhan has been fortunate with that as well. The referees let them both off the hook.
Could be 10 against 10 again. Thankfully, he's got up quickly. Witan Sulaiman was on the receiving end of Nur Adam's challenge earlier. So, set pieces we talked about. Safwan, remember, similar position earlier, got a header on target that Nadio just managed to tip over. Touch on by Irfan. And they'll get it away, Indonesia. There's Nazrul Nazari to cover. Back to Hassan Sani. Zulfami under pressure here. He's lost the ball. Needs to get himself up quickly. And Indonesia into the side netting. That could well have been number 2, Witan Sulaiman, as well, to his tally.
Wonderful pressing by Indonesia. Really good pressing. Look at that. Witan's already saying that's where the next pass is going to go. I'm going to close off this angle. It's going to go out to Zulfami Rahmat Irianto. Wonderful work from him. Just more aggressive, just hungrier in that situation. Zulfami has a look up. He doesn't see any options in front of him, so he thinks, I'm just going to try and hang on to this if I can. But Rahmat's just too aggressive there. And you got to understand the referees as well. Some referees would have given a free kick to Zulfami in that situation, saying there was a late challenge. But with this referee, he kind of tends to let things go a little bit.
I think that was a hope, wasn't it, from Zulfami when he went down there.
It's put Hassan in a lot of trouble there.
There's Tatsuma having a chat with Nur Adam in particular. Take us through this, Roshan.
I'm going to guess the red magnets are Singapore players, and he's trying to say trying to say to Nur Adam, perhaps touch on it, but let's have a look at the goal. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see from us now. He was taken out initially by Haris, and you're thinking in these situations, you know, the cynical side of it is say foul him, and he tried to foul him, but he didn't succeed because now he just had the drive to keep going, got back up on his feet, got forward, and still had the presence of mind and composure to nutmeg Shadan with that pass through into Witan. And then we've touched on the cutback and the quality of the finish.
Witan Sulaiman.
He's going to be a massive player, Witan Sulaiman.
Absolutely. Him and Egy are the two that Indonesia are pinning their hopes on. Maulana arrived only yesterday, so will not be available until Saturday. Yes, that's right. For the second leg. Good news for Singapore is that Hassan Sani is up. Yeah, Rossa, just going back there, it appeared that he was looking to try and push Nur Adam a bit further up on that board. Tatsuma?
I think he wanted him to perhaps maintain his width a little bit more, so there could have been an outlet potentially for him. But that's another lovely run from Witan. And what I like tactically about Witan's role here is that he's got that freedom to go and exploit any sort of spaces that he wants to. And it becomes very difficult to pick up. Really excels in that sort of free role in possession, I think, Witan.
Iksan won't get that. Back to Nadio. Here's Alfredo Devanga. He loves spreading those passes, doesn't he? All the way back.
It could have been a bit of defensive instruction to Nur Adam there as well. But we see him now just looking to try and stretch out that Indonesian back line off the ball. Of course, has decided to go straight down the middle instead of to this left-hand side.
Here's Nur Adam. Oh, lovely work from him. He's the best young player in the Singapore Premier League last season. Devanga with the clearance. Here's Nazrul Nazari. Singapore looking for the equaliser. Sharan Sulaiman out to Nur Adam. Now Safwan. Faris gets a touch on Sharan. There's a foul on him. Got the ball, ref. That's being said by Irfan.
Yeah, nice and patient in possession there, Singapore. I like how they've sort of just looked to work this. Gets to the ball first. It looks to me like a good challenge. I know from the referee's point of view, he might think it's overly aggressive and from behind, but I mean, I think he's actually put a decent challenge in.
So these situations have been Singapore's strength, as we've mentioned. And that's why Indonesia very wary of them. Sharan Sulaiman. Nur Adam, Zulfami standing over the ball. It's Zulfami. Somehow that's been kept in. It's away by Rahmat Irianto. Just about 3 minutes left in this first half. Nur Adam, lovely control by him. One back by Witan Sulaiman though. And there was a foul on Nur Adam. But Shin Tae-yong not happy with that decision and how long perhaps it took.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to see if there was an opportunity for an advantage to take place. Irfan's gone down on the far side of the pitch. He's got back up on his feet. That's good to see.
Zulfami. Should be a little bit of added time, of course, with the injury stoppages that we had. Now we'll get to Song Wei-yung. Back with Indonesia now. There's Kambuaya. Zulfami looks annoyed.
Yeah, Ricky Kambuaya, I think he's been excellent for Indonesia in midfield. He's one of those players, you know, all the eyes will be on everyone else. Witan Sulaiman will be talking about Egy Maulana, Elkan Baggett, but Kambuaya is that machine in midfield, never stops running, and he's such an intelligent player as well. I love how he's aware of his positions and the body shape that he needs to take up to receive, to turn away from pressure, sees what's happening around him.
Ruanga up against Iksan. Roshan, you'd mentioned earlier that you felt Singapore in midfield, it's not been their best work. They've been good on the transitions perhaps. Same kind of problems today?
Well, no, not particularly just in midfield. I mean, in possession.
Yeah.
As a team, it's not looked. They've not looked that smooth, not looked that great. But when they do have these opportunities in the counter-attacks, then that pass selection, that type of pass that they play into the spaces for runners, it's got to be better. It's got to be these driven passes, not these lofted style passes which give time for defenders to reorganize themselves.
Lovely ball out from Hassan Sani to Nur Adam. Talked about Zulfami stepping out.
Yeah, there we go. No, you brought up exactly the same point I was going to bring up. You see Safwan picking up a yellow card for himself. That's a late challenge. Very late. Into the back of Witan. Gets the ball kicked into him from Rahmat as well.
Yeah, no surprises. 3 minutes. We have had a number of stoppages, haven't we? For the fouls, the injuries. Nur Adam say, Roshan, this scoreline probably a fair reflection of what we've seen so far? Or
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it is. I mean, create a chance like that with the quality that you have, finish it off. And I don't know if Singapore have actually created much danger. That's not to say Indonesia themselves have created much of note, but they had that moment of quality there from Asnawi and Witan with the finish. I mean, it's I struggle with that word deserve in football. It's a strange word in football for me, because you sometimes see what's the aim of the game? The aim of the game is to score goals, right? And to win matches. And you could have defended for 90 minutes and created like 2 chances, scored 1 goal, end up winning the game. And people might say, yeah, but you didn't deserve to win.
Yeah.
I mean,
you've done the job, right?
you've done the job. What does that mean? You deserve it, right?
Here's Asnawi. Song battling away here against the wing-back. Faris, I should say. He gets a free kick here. Might be a little air frustration here for Singapore.
Yeah, the entire atmosphere, the environment around this has just gone a little bit flat, and this suits Indonesia. They've got the goal. They don't need to, open themselves up and be as aggressive as they were against Malaysia.
There's Irfan. Loves his driving runs from time to time. Up to Nazrul Lazari. Will be a throw-in. One final chance perhaps for Singapore at the end of this first half. That would change the complexion of this game, of course. They can score here. Nazrul. Another foul. Should probably rack things up in this first half. Pratama, he's been in the wars, hasn't he?
A lot more of that tactically disciplined performance from Indonesia here defensively. Similar, I would say, to what we saw the second half against Malaysia and against the whole game against Vietnam, pretty much.
Heavy touch on from Zulfami. Kambuaya. We've had the 3 minutes. And the first half comes to a close here at the National Stadium, with Indonesia in the lead against Singapore in the semi-final first leg, thanks to this man here, Witan Sulaiman. But it's been a first half of few opportunities, the best one falling to Safwan Baharudin.
Yeah, smart header from Safwan, and that's where Singapore have looked perhaps the most threatening from those set-piece situations. Remember, 2 legs, the semi-final, still a real long way to go of this one. In this one, Indonesia, as we see, getting together in that little huddle just before they go off into the locker room. But I think they've been the better side in the first half. I think they've been the better side. Singapore really need to improve on their pass percentages. They've only completed 62% of their passes in the first half, and that's not good enough quality to cause problems for the opposition.
So, half-time score then at the National Stadium in this AFF Suzuki Cup semi-final.